proofreaders, beta readers, and publishing software. Even though I had no prior experience in writing a book, I did do very well at GCSE and A-level English language and literature. I wanted to be an English teacher and always considered my level of grammar, punctuation, and spelling to be quite a high standard. Having said that, I would recommend a proofreader or two to run through your work once you get it to the end of writing your novel. Why, might you ask? It's more of a sanity check. Typical authors are blind to their own spelling mistakes, and when you're writing close to 100,000 words, it's really easy to miss the simplest of mistakes amongst all of your content. It doesn't look very good if you release your book and your readers are pointing out mistakes once it's gone live. It's so much easier to edit before general release. Again, I like to use tried and tested professionals, and I always seek the talent of proofreaders from Fiverr.com. It's as easy as sending them your full manuscript in Word or Docs, and they send you back an edited version with tracking in so that you can see any changes or suggestions and a clean version that you can approve. This does, however, have a slightly higher cost, and for a full 100,000 word manuscript, it can set you back around £1,000, but it does mean that your content is as accurate as it possibly can be, and it will take them around 2 to 3 weeks to review. Once they send you the full edited version, I still like to get what's called ARC readers, which stands for Advanced Reader Copies. You can find a lot of ARC readers on Instagram and on TikTok who receive an advanced free copy of your book in exchange for an honest review, as well as sanity checking things like facts, the scenarios that you've described, or perhaps any strange sentences that don't quite make sense. I have a pool of around 10 to 20 ARC readers that I do this with each one of my books. I also like the fact that they give me an honest and unbiased opinion of what they liked and they didn't like, and genuine reviews about my novels before I then release to the general public. Next on the list is publishing software. This is where the book really starts to take shape, and I think it's essential to choose the right software that works for you and your level of expertise. Again, if you are with a traditional publishing house, they will do a lot of this for you. If you're looking to self-publish, then you have a whole raft of options available to you. I'm going to show you each one of the options and the reviews of each of them. When I first started out, I carefully considered each package and the pros and cons of them all, counting back from 5 to 1 in my order of preference, and why. So, at number 5 is Scrivener. Whilst it looked like a very comprehensive package by being able to easily manage a very large book or project in the app, I personally didn't want to use it for its full capabilities in writing and having to learn it from scratch. I wanted to write the bulk of the content in Word or Docs because I'm familiar with them and it's my preference. I wanted the publishing software to then be able to convert into files that I needed to easily upload to Amazon or the other distributors. Scrivener just had so many features, not just for authors but for screenwriters and other producers, that I felt I didn't need a lot of them. You need to also have Mac OS 11 or higher, and to use it, they didn't have an Android version. The cost was around £55 or £45 with a student discount online. The formatting was overly complicated, and I didn't have the time or the patience to play around with it, and syncing with Dropbox was just so difficult. So unfortunately, it was a no from me. Again, these are all personal preferences, so if you wanted to take a look, I have listed all of the links below for you to click on and have a look. So at number 4 is Dabble. The biggest drawback for me was the pricing, unfortunately. A lifetime access payment was $699. It did include all the premium features, or you could choose by monthly instalments, starting at £9 and rising to £29 for additional content. For me, I wanted a one-time payment, not a recurring monthly or subscription-based one. What I did quite like about Dabble was the fact that you could use their tool to organise your writing plans, potentially uncover any plot holes, and loads of other features that will help you write and create, as well as turning your manuscript into downloadable formats. It did have a really cool collaboration tool and a dictation feature, but on the whole, it was difficult to format later on. So again, it was a no from me, but you can take a look for yourself using the link below. Next, number 3 was Pro Writing Aid. Same as Dabble and Scrivener, it was £399 for the basic package or £699 for the premium one, which on top of the cost of proofreaders and for cover designs, it meant my marketing budget was already over plan. But for publishing houses who are using it frequently, I felt it was a great tool. It was brilliant for checking grammar as well, so this could double up as a proofreader, including some really useful reports about your feedback and the style of your writing. So for those of you who want to ensure the quality of their final book is as accurate as possible, this could be the answer. The formatting and the exporting tools I felt were lacking, so this again was another no for me. So at number 2, I've chosen Atticus. Even the website says it's the author's best friend. I felt you could use it for both creating your work as well as importing all of your existing documents. So it was perfect for me to upload my Word document into, and away you go. The pricing wasn't too bad at $176. For me, it was easy to use some of the basic features, but when I wanted to do the others, it seemed a little more complex, and I couldn't quite navigate around it as easily as I had hoped. Trying to format and export simple EPUB files was hard, and they seemed like they were still adding certain features to their software because they're quite new to the market. I wanted to go with something a little bit more, shall we say, tried and tested. This was also a no from me. So finally, at number 1, Vellum. It did have a price point of $199.99, so basically £200, but for me, I just found it easy and effective to use. I could simply navigate the buttons and the types of files that I wanted to. It was great for me to upload my Word document and use all the predefined templates within an easy couple of clicks. I could just adjust the size of my book and it would reformat all of the content. Once downloaded, it exported each of the files that I needed into a simple folder, and it just worked. So if, like me, you want a package that is easy to navigate, simple to learn, but has multiple templates for you to use and love, then Vellum is the package to try. Check out the link below and see for yourself. It's important to remember that if Vellum is something you're looking at, I will be running through both Vellum and Amazon KDP tutorials later on in the series.